Hello one and all, and welcome to Let's Play Secret Agent Clank. I am the Max of Few Trades. Now, if you are a somewhat frequent viewer of this channel, you will know that I just finished my Let's Play of Daxter, a PSP game centering around the sidekick of a prolific Sony duo of the era. So I thought it was only well and truly proper to then do the other side of that very specific coin. Fun fact, these games were once sold in a dual pack together, so that just kinda combines the two even more. Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter have always had a very interesting linked history together that I've always found very fascinating. So, yeah, a lot of reasons why I'm playing this now. Plus, if you are, in fact, a frequent viewer of my channel and my content, I would like to believe that you know that I'm a fan of the Ratchet and Clank franchise to a pretty high degree, and I consider myself to be fairly knowledgeable on it. And I yammered on for so long that it's starting over here, but that's okay, because I still have a lot of things I want to say. This game is fascinating, and I want to make sure that that's a very, very, very clear. Fascinating. That's not me saying that I think this game is bad in any way, because I don't. I actually find it to be fairly underrated, although it's interesting, you'll find a lot of people call this a horrible game. It seems like opinions are literally divided almost right down the middle. Either they consider it an atrocity or perfectly just fine, which is interesting to me. I'm not sure where the hatred comes from, because there are... I'm still talking so much. The point is, there is a few interesting factoids about this game that I'm going to be bringing up as I play. And in order to truly show that off, how about we actually frigging begin? There we go. You happier now, game? Sheesh.
Greetings, Agent Clank. Were you able to protect the Eye of Infinity?
No, not only that. I saw something quite disturbing.
Hold on. I'm receiving a news feed from your location. I'll patch it through. Good evening. Galactic Police are reporting the Eye of Infinity, the largest pristine gem in the universe, has been stolen from the Voltaire Museum. In a surprising twist, Galactic hero Ratchet was caught at the scene of the crime.
Crime doesn't pay, huh? Well, I can tell you from experience that being a hero really doesn't pay. I'm still living in a tiny room with some 2-bit bag of bolts, but that's gonna change soon. The Eye has been taken where no one will ever find it. You may have me now, but there hasn't been a prison built that can hold me.
This is a sad turn of events for one of the galaxy's foremost heroes. Darla Gratch, Channel 64 News. Oh, I'm sorry, Agent. I know you and Ratchet are friends.
There is no way that was my friend. Run a complete retinal comparison on the news image.
Flattering.
The ID is positive. That was Ratchet. Agent, there's no time to waste. I need you to re-enter the museum and find out where the Eye has been taken. Inside the museum, you'll find robot security guards, tank bots, and guard dogs. There are also several invisible laser traps and alarm systems. The Eye was kept in this case. Make your way to the case and search for anything that might give you an idea of the Eye's whereabouts. I know this has become personal for you, but we believe this theft is part of a larger plan. It's imperative that you remain objective and complete the mission.
I understand. I will report back with my findings.
Remember, Agent, I've got my eye on you.
so the game begins. First topic of conversation that I'd like to bring up, and one of the interesting aspects of this game, is the matter of its chosen subject. Now, I'm not saying giving a game to Clank specifically is a bad idea or out of the ordinary, far from it. It's the Secret Agent Clank moniker that I find interesting. Because if you also are following along with the series on this channel, or, I mean, it shouldn't be too unreasonable. I played Up Your Arsenal not that long ago, and that's very apt, because you see...
will throw down dogs if they see you in their flashlight beams. Be ready to attack them.
All right,
swear to punch.
Yes, try to avoid being caught by dogs if at all possible. But yes, see, I recently played Up Your Arsenal, and that's very apt, because the entire concept of Clank as a secret agent began and ended with Up Your Arsenal, with the occasional exception to make a sly reference or an unlockable costume for Clank. He's never shown to be the secret agent version of himself ever again after that game. What makes this even more interesting is that, if you've played that game or watched me play it, you'll be quick to realize, wait, I thought Clank only played a secret agent in basically a movie/TV show role. In fact, the game made very, very clear and painstakingly, emphasized the fact that it was just a television role, to the point of the fact that Dr. Nefarious thinking that Clank was a real secret agent to be extraordinarily bizarre and to help emphasize just how kind of nutty he was as a person. The people of High Impact Games, the ones who created this game, don't seem to be aware of that, because in this game, Clank is just legitimately an actual secret agent. And it's not like we're playing an in-universe movie where he's the secret agent. No, this is connected to the actual Ratchet and Clank series, the games. What with Ratchet not being, described as, Agent Clank's chauffeur, like he was in those games. This is connected to their previous adventures. And I'm not sure what the deal with that is. I've always found it very perplexing. Something else that's interesting is the fact that they're bringing back the Agent Clank thing at all, because Up Your Arsenal came out in 2004, and this game came out in 2008, which means both Ratchet Deadlocked and Future Tools of Destruction have also, come out in between these two games being, released. And again, as I said, Agent Clank was at no point ever referenced in those two games. So it's interesting that they would bring it back for this. The Ratchet and Clank franchise has always sort of had something that I call a bit of a, floating continuity, in that the series will sometimes make reference to previous adventures the characters have been on, but they never go into detail on any of them, only just kind of sort of referencing them here and there. That's mostly just so that people can jump into the franchise at any given moment in time and not ever feel lost or confused about what's going on. The one and only time they've ever...
Agency rewards agents that complete their missions with stealth and secrecy. Sneak by your enemies and get bonus nanotech for you and your weapons.
Yes, I will be very sneaky. Don't worry. Yeah, with the single exception of Future Tools of Destruction basically leading into a crack in time, the games never really try to lean on each other too hard so that they can always be beginner friendly. Okay, well, I have already failed in the ways of trying to not get caught. All right, okay. Ouchie, ba 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 ba. All right, well, hang on. We've got some nanotech down here that I can go and quickly grab myself here. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. That's all just a bunch of very interesting stuff. This game, it basically kind of harkens back to Up Your Arsenal in an official sense, because all of the missions are very similar to the short versions that we were given in Up Your Arsenal. Blech. Stealth is pretty important in this game, and you really might want to try and actually manage to use it as often as possible, because Clank is not exactly the most durable of lads. So, alright. One thing I will say that doesn't exactly go too well in this game's favor, and it's really the only actual complaint I can manage to create for myself here, is that I feel like the camera is a little too close. If it were spaced out just a little bit more, I feel like things would be a little bit better. As is, it can be kind of hard to be entirely aware of all of your surroundings, and you're gonna constantly find something sneaking up from behind you or to the sides of you that you didn't even know was a thing that was happening. So, it's just noteworthy. It's just noteworthy. But it is more than manageable. We can get around that. Okay, so the thing is, it is really frigging difficult to avoid all of these things, but I will do my best. All right, so now, okay, what's this guy doing? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with the camera. But okay, there we go. All right, see, now that is what the game actually wants you
Some of
to
those
do.
pedestals are missing statues. If you posed there, I bet the guards would walk right by.
Which really just kind of shows to go you that they are not particularly bright. Okay, you want the, yup, there we go. Just strike a pose. Strike that pose. And wait for that guard to meander his way right on through. There you go. If you're not particularly good at stealth, you don't need to worry too much. While you do get stealth bonuses, that's a great pose. While you do get stealth bonuses for not getting caught by things, you also just, you know, you get a lot of experience from beating up guards anyway. So if you can manage it, go for it.
Jump and face a ledge to grab it. From there you can jump again, or move sideways by pressing the analog stick.
It's called sidling, all right? It's a very adequate term. Hello!
This is an agency Dropbox. I wonder what is in it.
Hopefully an actual weapon instead of just my judo chops. He says, knowing exactly what's inside. Tire rangs! There you go. I'm baffled by the design of the tire rang because you'd think it's a boomerang, and it is a boomerang, but it just has a whole ass buzzsaw inside of it, which is interesting. It's a good thing Clank is a robot.
Out with your experimental tire rang unit. Press circle to throw a tie. Use triangle for quick select.
There we go. Come on. There we are. There we are. Blowing you up. Whoop. Blowing you up. Hiya! Here we go. There we go. There we go. Just keep on being disruptive. Ow! Right there. That hurt. That hurt a lot. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because the leveling up system has been brought to this particular game, which has basically become a Ratchet and Clank staple. Thank goodness for that. So you're going to be getting yourself a lot of HP back every now and then. Hello? It's an evolution of robots display. I really like how they do that. Okay, so we've also got like all sorts of things. It's like a big museum of robotics. This dipping bird robot was responsible for many revolutionary advances, from Zen meditation to perpetual motion. Casually dropping into the lore that the Ratchet and Clank universe has perpetual motion?
Agency Dropbox. I wonder what is in it.
We'll get to that in a moment. I want to read this plaque. The iBot 3000's unique life cycle revolves around posting pictures to social networking sites and leaving inane comments. So that's fun. The trademark Ratchet & Clank humor remains. These ancient silicon etchings provide clues as to the culture of our ancestors. Only 10 million transistors, but such poetry. I really can't see a lot of what I've got here. Anyway, there's definitely a button that... There we go. There's first-person mode. That looks more like a mosaic to me, but all right. Anyway, I'll be taking this. Thank you very much.
That blackout pen allows you to defeat automated security systems, like lasers and cameras. Fire the pen at the cameras or laser emitters to quietly deactivate them.
Can and will do.
You can take out this guard silently by sneaking up behind it and executing a stealth takedown.
Well,
Press square when behind an enemy to take it down.
Alright, don't mind if I do just that and do a quick time event in order to facilitate it. I get friggin' judoed or whatever this is supposed to be. Hiya! There we go. For being a stealth takedown, I don't know, he sure throws out a lot of hee-yahs and loud clanging of, you know, metal on metal violence. I feel like most people probably would hear that. And that's not even getting into the fact that the guard explodes
That
afterwards.
laser grid is too dense to navigate without help. Use your blackout pen to knock out a few of those laser emitters to get past.
Working on it. Working on it. Alright, so... gotta play it all cool and stealthful-like. Luckily, they can only see what their flashlights are shining on, and absolutely nothing else. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but okay, fine. Good news is I have a weapon now, so it doesn't matter. Huh! To hell with your takedowns. I'll just throw bladed weaponry at your face. It's pretty effective, too. You know what? As long as you get the job done. The laser sight on this stone axe is a classic example of robots improving on organic technology and yet somehow still missing the point. Oh, fun. These fossilized weapons predate laser technology and were likely crafted during the grim days of the monster truck era. I honestly would like to be at this very specific museum because it is a laugh riot. And just keep on splopping. Keep on splopping all over. Hup. There you are. And ta-da! There you go. You don't need to get rid of every single laser possible, but, you know, try to make things easier for yourself. Okay, let's see if I can actually manage a stealth takedown or two this time. Let's see if I can maybe, just maybe, make that work out for me a little bit better. Okay, that guy turns around, and then I go in for the kill. Hiya! We're going full Miss Piggy. Hey-ya! There you are. And again, considering how loudly they explode, I find it very strange that they don't notice. That fellow doesn't seem to really be paying too much attention to anything. Unless he did just notice. Well, he seems to be following me a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say he probably noticed. All right, that's unfortunate. Just keep on hopping. Keep on hopping. They have a hard time being able to keep track of you if you're hopping. Whoop! Whoop! It's the strat. It's the legitimate strat. Also, look, if you were expecting primo quality, you know, stealth gameplay from me, then I guess you must be relatively new to the channel. I've never been particularly good at any of that. Now this, however, this has interesting implications. Robotic cavemen first evolved from ball bearings and springs, but soon found an ecological niche in customer service call centers. Implying that robots are an evolutionary force? That's certainly interesting, and I feel has bizarre implications, honestly. But, I guess we don't really need to dwell on that now, do we? Alright. Do try to be mindful of what you spray in ink, as you only got so many, you know, splashes to use. The first robotic hands lacked articulation, but their constant thumbs up helped the robots make peace with their neighbors. Very silly, very silly. There we go. You don't need to cover up everything. This cranial model reappears often throughout history and has proven particularly appealing to teenagers and other key demographics. I don't need to read any of these things. I choose to read these things because I find humor in them. Anyway, hello, good sir.
Between your gadgets at any time. Hold triangle to open up the quick select and pick the gadget you want to use.
Noted. You'll also might notice that the stealth takedown prompt is a little finicky, just a little bit. That's okay, that's okay. We're gonna make it work, we're gonna make it work. Hello, good sir, you mind turning yourself right round? Whoop, don't wanna get caught. And hello! Up, 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 up. Chakra, shabadoo, shabadee, and bada-bow. There you go. Successive stealth bonuses provide you with oodles and oodles of experience points. But yeah, that's not gonna work for me. That's not gonna be something that you get. I'm gonna do my best. Stealth bonus ×5, very handy. All right, I will now attempt to kill this dude. Huh, there we are. Okay. Although there is literally he's standing right there, man. How are you not taking note of any of what's going on here? What a lot of hooey. All right, well. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna do the exact same thing again! Like, if you weren't programmed for observancy, then, well, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. You're literally a guard bot. That should be, like, one of the only things you can do. But, alrighty then. That said, hello. Try to keep things from Secret Agent Clank, will you? I don't think so.
Ratchet could use this.
He sure could. On special loan from the Galactic Museum of Heroism, a fully functional replica of Ratchet's Lacerators. An interesting name for a gun. Huh, hey, there we go. Actually managed to dodge all that. Nice. Frigging nice. Okay, so there are a lot of little drony dudes just kind of droning on, you know? I guess I could utilize potted plant technology to try and get around them. Or I could mindlessly just kind of bums rush my way forward and hope for the best, and... okay, hang on. Hang on. Whoop! There we are! Had absolutely no business being able to make that one work, but we totally did. Hell yes. Here we are. Woo! Woo! Alright. Yes, I will gladly take any and all of the monies. Oh, hi! Okay,
See that tether?
I feel very confident that I got caught there.
Try using it now.
Anyway, as the nice lady said, somehow our tire rings can cut these quote-unquote tethers? They look like they're made out of lasers to me, but okay.
Now sneak to the statue and climb it up to the second floor.
OBKB, I can does that. I can does that just fine. Although a large part of me wants to annihilate this dude, you know? You mind? Is that cool? Yeah, it's totally cool. Nice. May as well keep up the streak as far as we can keep it, I suppose. Anywho, the weapon we picked up that belonged to Ratchet, we can't use that. We only have these things. We're actually going to do something different with that particular weapon. We will get to that when we get to that. But until then, hello. Interesting, interesting. Huh. How on earth would I have even missed that? Alright. Yep, and there goes all the stealth. Because I happened to land exactly in their line of sight. A terrible tragedy indeed. Ah, well, I was gonna lose it eventually anyway. Huh. Now, I, for the life of me, cannot remember how to get...
This phone booth is really a well-disguised agency vendor.
Is it? Alright. Well, what do you got for me, Allopins? We can get ammo. We get the hollow knuckles. Can't afford them, but, you know, we could get them. Download the Clank Fu kick. Clank knows Kung Fu. That's 2 games making Matrix references. Anyway, mod allows Clank to string a super kick at the end of all his melee combos. So that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. But, yeah. Obviously, I have played the game. I've gotten through it.
The hallway to the gem exhibit is blocked off. You'll need to find another way.
Indeed, indeed. But, you know, it has been, let's see. Like 15 years since I've played this game. So when it comes to its various secret collectibles, unfortunately, yeah, I'm not exactly an encyclopedia. Unfortunate, but you know what? Sometimes these things happen. Oh well. Yep. There's a small handful of Ratchet and Clank games that I have not actually played over 10 times over. It's a terrible tragedy, and I really should rectify that. I suppose that's part of why I'm doing this now. Okay, now let's go back to stealth action. Yeah. Splash, hello. Far from being an implement of war, the fabled Rosetta tank turned out to be the bathtub toy of a giant sea creature named Kutwelu. Okay, sure, why not? Hello, good sir. I'm going to give you a chance here. There we go. Come on. Just kind of spin around, and then I'm gonna spin around you, and and then chop you upside the head and everything. It's gonna be a good time. For me, not you, obviously. It's going to be unspeakably painful for you. Assuming that you feel pain. I have a general reason to believe so. Regardless, leveling up, getting HP, hell to the yeah. Alright, so good lord, there sure are a lot of these things. Alright, well, don't need to do every last one of them. I'll just... there we are. And hello, good sir. All right, well, that's not really what I was going for, but sure. We'll just beat him up. Oh, hey, the dogs. The dogs are here. The Hounds of War. And they are particularly unimpressive, if I'm being honest with you. Huh. All right, that works. That works just fine. And let's keep this thing a-going. Hello, hello, hello. Honestly, a part of me feels like it's much more advantageous to just trip the alarms and beat up the small amount of dogs that show up. Because, like, that's kind of what happens, man. Like, you're not gonna let me read this thing. You know what? Nuts to it. Yeah, just, oh no, I've been caught. Oh no, how will I ever survive? Maybe I'll just use some wicked awesome kung fu. Like, that's literally the only thing that happens as a result of messing this thing up. The nagging shrill cries of the tourist bot can shatter glass and cause local businesses to mark their products up by 300%. That's deceptively powerful, let's not kid ourselves. This beach-going bot manufactures its own carbonation and can shoot natural reservoirs of suntan lotion at its predators. This museum is bizarre and outlandish, but okay. Let's just keep on keeping on. Every now and then, I shall arbitrarily choose to implement stealth, and other times I won't. Because that is how I roll.
Has sent me another device.
I will gladly make use of
Don't try
that
to break that police
in a bit.
barrier. You'll need to
Oh, never
jump
mind.
over it
We're
instead.
gonna have to go
Grab
crazy
those
on him.
jet boots from the exhibit nearby and try it.
Oh, why'd you gotta go and spoil what it is we're getting? The people at home didn't know that those were jet boots. It would have been a neat little surprise. Oh well. Jump and tie, jump and tie, jump and tie. The most powerful strategy known to spy dumb, I guess, is the only way I can think to phrase it. Regardless, jet boots. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't provide us with flight. It gives us a double jump and the ability to glide, which, you know, it's nice. This evil twin display features two robots separated at birth. However that works. One went on to invent robotic puppies, the other invented telemarketing. Dear God. Couldn't be more different if you tried. Can you figure out which robot is good and which is evil? Hint, try looking at their molecular densities. Yeah, I'll get right on that, thank you. I can certainly do literally that. The contest to determine which robot was the evil one ended in victory for XT3302, who'll alter the trajectory of a comet to hit a nearby animal shelter. Yeah, that'd probably do it. The lack of glowing red eyes and metallic goatees made it impossible to tell which robot here was the evil twin. Interesting. Anywho, floop! And that's how you do that. Oh. It's time for us to really start doing some secret agenting all up in here. I'm talking full-blown spy movie nonsense. And like all good spying, you do it to a beat. Hopefully you've got a pretty decent sense of rhythm, or otherwise you're gonna get chopped in half by a laser wire. Here we friggin' go! Yeah, I wasn't even joking, man. It's a rhythm game. Let's go! I'm gonna do my absolute best, but as always, I do not promise to impress. Very seldom do I ever manage something like that, and this shall be no different. Alley-oop, flippity-doo, flippies and dippies. Always be flippin', always be dippin'. Alright, here we friggin' go again. Bow, bow, bow. Every now and then I always expect the animation to not quite work out, and like Clank very clearly gets hit by one of these things. There we are, alright. The streak's gonna break eventually, but I can enjoy it while it lasts. It seems like a very impractical way of getting through lasers, I'm gonna be real with you. Huh! And that one just kind of looked like he jumped right through one. But okay, all right. Here we go again. We gotta get real stealthy up in here. Hup, hup, hup. Hey, all right. I think I've already beaten my personal best. Nope. So sneaky. Finger guns! Let's go! Alright, and yoop. This is where your rhythm bonus is probably gonna get obliterated once they start introducing stuff like that. Alright, once more. Oh, and there it is. And once you mess up one, your entire groove gets all messed up. There's no salvaging it from that point. Oh well. Just keep on doing my best. It's all I can ever truly do, and it's all that can be asked of me. Ah, man. Dang it. Alright, well, honestly, I feel like I'm doing better than I normally do with stuff like this, so I take it. It's fairly forgiving, all things considered. Here we are, and another wata! Now, for whatever the heck this is. Personally, I think it would have been much funnier if it was some kind of Scooby-Doo-esque Hall of Doors or something, but this works too. Alright. Woo! Sneaky, sneaky! Hello, now we're over here. How that works, I do not know. Alright, just one more big ol' honkin' hallway. And we will have made it through. There we are. Okay. Now go, Clank! Go! Yep. Alright, once again showing off his limbo skills. Although considering how short he is, I'm not 100% sure exactly how impressive that really is. Alright, one more to go of it. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Got more of those than I thought I would. Whoop. So many unnecessary flips. Although some would say flips are always necessary. Now the breakdancing, that was unnecessary. That was for style. He gets results.
Ancient proverb. Mind your own beeswax.
Wise.
Nearby, use your noodle cookie company, Asianica. I believe I have found a clue to the location of the eye.
Of course, there's a thriving black market there. They must be trying to unload it.
I do not recognize these coordinates. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42.
Silly. Those are lucky numbers. I'll upload the coordinates for you.
Thank you.
Thank. But what of Ratchet? Ow.
Where am I? Who are you?
Oh, did we wake you, hero? You're in Galactic Ultra High Security Lockdown. Cell number J7B to be exact. I'm your friendly warden.
How did I get here? The last thing I remember was brushing my teeth and then...
Yeah, everyone in here is innocent. This may be a bit of a shock to the system, but if you want to survive in here for more than today, you better have a little fight in you.
Huh?
It seems that a lot of these folks were put in here by you, and they got a score to settle.
Aren't you supposed to protect me?
Normally I would, but I didn't think a big hero like yourself needed protecting. Besides, I'm getting a little cash on the side to make sure your time in here is less than hospitable. Y'all take care now.
Typical. And then for an awkward scene transaction, back in the cell.
Well, well. Along with this cake, maybe I can have someone give you a big old birthday spanking.
Thank you, Clank. There we go. That'll come in handy. Alright, so just in case you thought Ratchet wasn't going to be involved in the proceedings, you were wrong. Much like the Annihilation Nation gauntlets, it is his job to survive being in prison until Clank can clear his name. And that involves protecting himself by any means necessary. Also, check it out! Tyrannoids! It's nice seeing them again. Also, they're in little prison-y jumpsuits. It's adorable. Anyway, whoop. Clank was oh so very kind to give us the lacerators. There we go, that's gonna come in handy. However, this is what I'm really happy to get.
The shard gun packs all the punch of a shotgun with the freezing power of jagged ice shards.
It's an ice weapon and a shotgun at the same time. It's like this was literally designed to be my favorite weapon. Friggin' love to see it. Alright, whoa, but just like ye olden Annihilation Nation challenges, ow, do try to be mindful of both your HP and your ammo. Try to be wise about how you use everything. However, to the best of my knowledge, this game has no lock-on or strafing feature, which does indeed make things a little more difficult than they primarily are. Well, we're gonna find a way to make it work anyway, so don't you worry. Don't you worry at all. Alright, just gonna keep on shooting. There you go. You gotta shooting. Sometimes you gotta be polluting. Not all of these weapons are gonna be eco-friendly. It's a sad fact of reality. Oh, hey, forgot about this one. It's the return of the classic!
The Walloper is the galaxy's first choice in demolition. A single punch can tear a hole in a wall large enough to drive a spaceship through.
Yep, it's the Walloper, and it is every bit as underwhelming as it originally was in the game it was introduced in. Of all weapons to bring back, I don't know why they went with the techno-electrical boxing glove. Anyway, whoop, that guy's got spikes coming out of everything. That's less than pleasant. You know, even if Clank didn't sneak a weapon in for Ratchet, it's interesting that Ratchet, you know, still had his wrench the entire time. So, I mean, it's not like he was going to be entirely defenseless, but still, very interesting. Very interesting. No. Anyway, souping up these here lacerators is going to basically be the name of our metaphorical game, because boy howdy is getting that thing stronger. Gonna come in handy. Ha-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Mostly due to its intense, oh boy, its intense amount of ammo. Being able to make these, you know, little pew-pews a little stronger, it's gonna go a long way. There we go, there we go. Also, this is by far and away the weirdest goddamn prison I think I have ever bore witness to. Why do you have a gargantuan fan? I don't get that. Being on a big elevator platform, I mean, that's still a little odd. I don't know if I would have gone with that personally, but I get it more. Makes slightly more sense. But everything else about it, a little weird. All right. Also, this place is gargantuan. It's like a whole ass prison planet, basically. And interesting that they also, you know, get guns. I mean, obviously they have to, or there's not much challenge to it, but still. Hang on, don't mind me. Just gonna grab myself some more. Whoa! Really? Walloper charges? Yeah, that's what I was oh so desperately needing more of. All right, fine. Well, you gave it to me. May as well use it. May as well. And whoop! And he is going to belch aggressively all over the place. Give you some damage over time, poison things. See, look how many times you gotta punch this thing before it finally dies. Why would you want to get that close to anything? Hey, anyway, firebomb! Now the wrench can make things blow up and shoot little fireballs all over the place. It's pretty dope, Anyway, we've got quite a few challenges we can do here, and I don't see why we shouldn't. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's only friggin' go for it, why don't we? We've got a timer. But yeah, the firebomb, you can just swing the wrench all around, and there you go. This is something I honestly wish other games had brought back. Like, dang, man, why not? It's Ratchet and Clank, man. The name of the game is wacky-ass weapons. Why not shoot fireballs out of the wrench? Sounds pretty dope to me, man. And, alright. I don't really want to use the Walloper if I can get away with it. Nope, they use barbells as hammers. Whoop! There we go, there we go. Just gonna keep on using this as much as possible. Whoop. So we can get the experience and level this thing up. Unfortunately. Oh, I was fully anticipating Walloper ammo to come out of that thing. Pleasantly surprised. Anybody else around here? Oh, yep, there are lots. There are lots of people around here, actually. And boop, 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 boop. There you go. Boop, 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 boop. Give me even more, please. Tragically, you can't shoot the enemies preemptively. They actually have to get off the platforms before you can do damage to them. So, you know, don't particularly think you're a wise guy or anything. There we are. No Tyrannoid business today, all right? Come on, come on. Oh, my goodness. All right, come on. Thank you for the last second ammo. And for that, too. All right, time to bust out the shotgun. Whoop! Hup! Hup! Ho! Hup! Ho! Hup! Hup! It also has a slowing effect on them, which is it's pretty baller. It's pretty baller. Can't say it's not. All right, we've only got a single minute left. Here's hoping we can actually pull this one off. Not exactly entirely confident, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Interesting that the prison uniform doesn't come with shoes of any description. Yeah, just shoot him down, shoot him down. Oh, hello! Oh, that's a big guy. There's a big boy. All right, and now I'm also ever so slightly on fire. Less than good. Less than good. Okay, did I ever pick up anything else? I sure didn't. This is all I've got, huh? All right, then. I am sure oh, I have no ammo at all anymore. All right, well, less than great, less than great. Just swing for the fences. Wow, by the skin of our teeth. That shouldn't have worked. That should not have worked, but it did. All right, now let's see. You know what they say, never bring a knife to a gunfight, bring the Walloper instead. If I simply must. Yep, that's all we're allowed to have.
Mod allows the Walloper to be engaged mid-air. Press circle mid-jump to strike the ground and cause a localized ground tremor.
For what it's worth, that does go a long way in making the Walloper a little bit better. But yeah, you get weapon mods for everything when you beat the challenges here. And I have never been one to turn down a challenge. Okay, at least it's, you know, an area of effect ability here. Way better than the, you know, the singular whooshing motion that you typically get out of the Walloper. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, all right. Let's do our best to avoid all of that. And from top. Up top. There you go. Also, don't worry. You're still allowed to use your wrench if you so choose. But I mean, may as well actually, you know, get into the spirit of the challenge. Yeah. Tally, huh! Here we are. Oh boy. Okay. None of that. None of that. None of that. None of this or that. You tried. You tried and you failed. Little dudes can get. They can be deceptively tricky. You know, you think that they're not going to be much of a problem, but they'll sneak their way into your defenses before you know it. Do try to be a little mindful of it. There we are. It is nice hearing the Tyrannoid noises again. Wow. Alright, no, I don't think so. Instead, a little bit more of this. There you go. Shwa! And knocked you flat on your ass. Always fun, always fun. Now, if you don't mind giving me more ammo, boy, I would in fact appreciate it. That guy came right out of ding-dang nowhere is what he did. It's a good thing I was already in the middle of jumping, or I definitely would have gotten hit by that. All right, you can actually stand in the fan. It's safe. It just doesn't look like it is. It also really screws around with your movement, as you might imagine. And okay, just get rid of little dudes and attempt to get over there. Oh yeah, there we are. That was a great time for the fan to inexplicably turn off. And ow, why though? What's 2 for why would you do this? Hiya! Alright. Shouldn't have to say this, but I'm gonna do my best to try and not get set on fire. Stop it. Stop it, you. Hey, you know, if the Walloper would like to upgrade at any moment, like it's getting close over there. The final rounds, so come on. Go, ow, okay. Did not see that guy or his gun. There we go. That should help out a little bit at least. Oh! I had significantly less HP than I thought I did. That's unfortunate. Because that was the last goddamn round, too. Of course. Alright, well. That would shockingly well, honestly. Okay, well, anywho, let's see, should we do more? I say we should do more. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. May as well cover all conceivable bases while we can. Yeah, so the name of this challenge is, that thing's just gonna be following us around the entire time we fight our enemies here. And it is going to constantly try to set you on fire. You can't destroy it, all you can do is avoid it. So, have fun with that. As I continue to try and get these lacerators upgraded. Thank you! There you go, get them with the V2. Also, let's see, can you inventory? Yep, wrench mods, there you go. There's the fire, and then there's also the crystal wrench set. So you can do this. There you go, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as I like the crystal concept and everything, I personally feel like I'm gonna stick with the fire bombs. They travel farther, don't you know? They just do a little bit more for me, and I'm down for that. Whoa, hey, how's it going? Okay, gonna need you to not. Also, hey, making prettier colors out with these things. That's always fun.
Cannot destroy a hunter orb. Your only chance is to avoid it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but I don't need to be told, all right? And doing my best to avoid this mess. Not really going too well, I admit. Oh. There you go. Okay. Honestly, you want to try and just give yourself as much distance away from that thing as you possibly can. Also, don't think that those little laser things are its maximum range. Just try to stay out of there altogether. Otherwise, it sets you on fire, and it's a damage over time thing. And at this stage in the game, you just do not have the HP necessary to be able to get by that. So, there you go. Take that. That's a little bit of free advice from me. I don't purport myself to know much about anything, but I do know Ratchet and Clank, all right? Okay. Yep, stop. None of that. There you go. Oh, now what is all this mess? Okay. Gonna need to ask you to stop with all that being a live thing. Oh. Unfortunately, there goes all that. All right, fine, shotgun time.
Cannot destroy a hunter orb.
Not trying to, but thanks for noticing. You have a truly insane amount of HP, my guy. You do not need to take as many hits as you do, all right? Entirely unnecessary. All right, then, whoop. Bring it on. Whoop. How's it going? There you go. Tick, tick, bada, bada, boop. Boop. So fun. Boop. Boop. Oh, the shotgun. Truly the pinnacle of the boom boom stick variants. Let me tell you. It's basically a melee weapon. But you know what? That's okay. Because it's satisfying as all heck. And hang on. Actually, you know what? That really is useful for that exact specific purpose. So, you know what? I can't say the Walloper is useless. When it comes to getting rid of all the small fry, there are few things better. Try to avoid all that mess. Hey, I see you over there. Boy, I did not see you over there, though. Getting out of the way, getting out of the way. They keep jumping up to me out of nowhere, man. Stop that. Oh. At least the other enemies can get hit by those things, too. Small comforts, small comforts. Nope. No. No, entirely not needed. Entirely not needed. Okay. No, come on, really? And I don't have any of those. All right. Very, very, very lack-a-lackin' in my ammo options here. All right, fine. I'm left with no alternative but to start doing some, big punches. Ow. Yep, no matter how many times I hammer the use weapon button, sometimes it just doesn't wanna. There you go. Big old punch, square to the business. But we're almost through. None of that. I would rather not have prolonged physical contact with that particular creature, if I could at all help it. I think I got a couple shots. Yeah, I was given a couple shots for this. We'll make do. We'll make do. And he's belching. He's belching all over. Yay! There you go. Made it work. Made it work. I don't feel too confident about the Mega Challenge right now, so we won't be doing that. In the next part, what we're going to be doing is going back to Clank and seeing what he's up to. It's a very back and forth type thing we've got going on here. It's fun, though, and I hope you enjoyed everything that you saw so far, because we've got quite a bit of adventure ahead of us. See you all next time.